Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's very easy puzzle, and it's called Perfect 10 through... I think it's supposed to be Through the Fog, not Through to the Fog, by Megan33, who is one of our favorite setters, especially the Fog of War puzzles. They do a good job of essentially creating interesting Fog of War puzzles, which, you take the logic down the path and it just feels nice. It feels always really good. Anyways, let's get to the rules. Today's rules are starts with normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. There is one and only one Highlander reference, red sum line, where contiguous groups of cells sum to 10. These groups of cells cannot overlap. Digits may repeat freely on the line and even within sums. So basically, along this line, you will have sets of numbers adding up to 10. So it would always be sets of 10. And you cannot have overlap. So you cannot have something like 7, 3, 2, and 5, and then expect the 2, 3, 5 to basically be part of a set, and then 3 and 7 be part of a set. No, they have to be specifically separated. So this would have to be separated from the next 3. You could actually have essentially a 3 here, which would add up to 10. Because you can have duplicates on the line, and there's only one. There's one and only one red sum line. So this is all the same line here. And digits may freely repeat on the line and even within sums. So you could have, essentially, this could be like 2, 6, and 2. And that would be a valid sum that adds up to 10. Because normal Sudoku lines don't prohibit it. Sorry, normal Sudoku rules don't prohibit it. And that's the red sum line, where there must be sets, it must adds up to sets of 10. Yeah, and there can't be spaces in between, right? Because every part of the red sum line must be part of a group that sums up to 10. So that is the rule for the red sum line. A black dot between cells indicates cells with a value with a 1 to 2 ratio, or 2 to 1 ratio. So if this was a 4, this could be a 2 or an 8, 2 or an 8 to maintain the 1 to 2 ratio. A white dot between cells indicates cells with consecutive values. Not all dots are given. So if this was a 7, this would have to be a 6 or an 8 to maintain the consecutive value for white. And these are called crop key dots. Just as a small detail, because you'll run into these dots quite often in these variant Sudokus. Digits in a cage do not repeat and sum to the clue in the top left. So for example, if this was a 2, this would have to be a 3 to basically add up to 5, because these two digits must add up to 5, because they are in a cage together, and the cage has a 5 in the upper left corner. The grid is partially covered with fog. Correctly placed digits will clear the fog around that cell. No guessing is required. Okay. So that means, yeah, that means we can logic out the complete grid just from logic. We don't have to guess. And I mean, that sort of defeats the purpose of the Fog of War puzzles, right? Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so this can be 1, 2, 3, or 4. If it's 1, this would have to be 2. This would have to be 4. You cannot have 4 digits which add up to 10. So it would have to be 3 digits. So it would be 1, 2, and 7. That could work. But that would eliminate 1927 and 192837 and 46 here. So it could not be 2 digits that add up to 10. It would have to be at least 3 digits, and 1 digit obviously can't add up to 10. But the problem is that the minimum 3 digits you have is 3, 5, and 6, which add up to 14. So that doesn't work. So this can never be 2, 1, and 4. So this can't be 1. Could it be 2? If this is 2, this would have to be 3. You could have 1, 2, 3, 7. That seems fine. You can't have 4 digits adding up to 10. These two would have to be 4 and 6. So that's possible. Yeah, so this is possible. What about 3? If it's 3, this would have to be 2. This would have to be 6. So this would have to be 6, 3, and 1. But you eliminate 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, and 4, 6. So this couldn't be 2 digits. But if we tried 3 digits, that would be minimum 4, 5, and 7, which doesn't add up to 10. So 6 does not work. What about 4? If this is 4, this is 1. It cannot be 8 because that adds up to 12. So it would have to be 2, 4, but then how does that work? This would be at minimum 2, 3, 4. So that would be 9, but you can't add up to 10 as 2. It would have to be 2, 4, and 4 for 3 digits. If you tried 4 digits, we already have a 1 here, so this can't be 2, 3, 4, 1. So this doesn't work. So we know the only one that does work is 2. This is 2, this is 3, this is 1, and this has to be 7. So this is 1, 2, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 7. This has to be some combination of 4 and 6. These are 5, 8, and 9. So we know this is a set. That's a set. These two are a set. This has to be a set with this one at least. This one has to be a set with this one at least. This is consecutive with this. So this could be 4 or 6. It cannot be 7. It could be 8 or 9. This cannot be 8. If it's 8, it has to be with 2 specifically. It can't be with 1 and 1, obviously. So this can't be 8. It could be 9. It's either 9 with 1 or it's 5 with 1, 4, right? Can't be 5 and 5. I guess this could be... no, because this is specifically consecutive with this digit. So this can only be 4 here at worst. So therefore, this is 1 either way. So this is always 1. These are consecutive. We don't know about this. It could be consecutive with here, or these two could be consecutive. This could be 1, 2, or 4. We're not sure what. So this adds up to 10. This adds up to 10. We could have 3 here. This is consecutive. It cannot be 8 and 9. If this is 8 and 9, this has to be 5 with something, but then this would be 8 or 9. So this can't have 7, 8, or 9 here. It can't be 1. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Therefore the 1 has to be, well, we knew the 1 already had to be one of those 3. So if this is 2, 3, that seems fine. 8 has to be one of these two, so this can't be 8. This cannot be 9. If this is 9, this would have to be 8. If this is 9, obviously these two would be a pair, but this would have to be 9 with something else, which doesn't work. because it can't be 9 and 1, so that doesn't add up to 10. Therefore, it would always be greater than 10. So this can't be 9. This is 4 or 6, which forces this to be 5. This cannot be 5 anymore. This is 9. So therefore, this is part of a separate set. So we'll make that green. This is 5. This can't be 5 or 9. Therefore, this must be 8, which means it can only be with 8 and 2 because you can't have 8, 1, and 1. So this is 2. This is now part of a separate set. This has to be 7 or 8. So this is consecutive with 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is also 6, 7, 8, or 9. These two can only add up to 10 if it's 4 and 6. If it's greater than 6, then you can't ever add up to 10. It's always greater than 10. So this has to be 6. This has to be 6. This has to be 7. This is 8. This can't be 6, 7, or 8, so this must be 9, which means it must be with 1 to add up to 10. This is 4. This cannot be 4 or 5, so 6 is out. So therefore, it has to be a 2, 3 pair. Therefore, this is 1, 6, and 9. This can't be 6 and 9. Therefore, this has to be 7 and 8. So these two are part of a pair. These two are part of a pair, at least. This can't be... This has to be 3, 4, 5, or 6. Oops. 3, 4, 5, or 6. This can't be 5, so this is 3, 4, 6. If it's 4, it has to be with 2. If it's 3 or 6, it must be with the other 3 or 6. So one of these is 4 or 6. This has to be 4 or 6, so this cannot contain a 4 or 6. It must contain a 1. It could be a 2 or 3. It cannot be a 4 or a 6. Or 5, 7, 8, 9, obviously. This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 8, or 9. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7. This is in a 1 to 2 ratio. So this cannot be 5 or 7. It's either 4 or 6, so it would be with... Can't be with 2, so it's either with 3 or 8. So this is 4 or 6. This can't be 1. Could be 2, could be 3. This can't be 8, so this has to be 7, which makes this an 8. This could still be 1 and part of this blue. This is consecutive. So it cannot have a 1. So the 1 has to be somewhere along here. Cannot be 2 and 3. Could be 3 and 4. Could be 4 and 5. Cannot be 5 and 6. Cannot be 6 and 7. Cannot be 7 and 8. So this has to have a 4. So this can't be 4. Which means this has to be a 3, 6 pair here. Which means this can't be 3 or 6. This is 4. This is 6. Which means this can't be 6. So this is 4. This can't be 3 anymore. This is 1 or 2. This is 3 or 6. This must be in a pair with 3 or 6. But it has to be the other 3 or 6. This has to be 8. This can't be 4. What we have now, so this has to be a 3, 4, 5, 6 quadruple in column 6. The rest of the column cannot contain 3, 4, 5, or 6. It can't contain a 1. Therefore, it's 2, 7, 8, 9. So this is 2 and 9, and this is 2, 7, 8, 9. So the 6 has to be one of these two, because the 6 can't be anywhere else in the rest of the column. Therefore, these can't be 6s. Excuse me. This has to be 5 and 7. This is 3 and 6 with 9. This can't be 3, because if this is 3, this would have to be 6, and that doesn't add up to 10 anywhere. So this must be 6. This must be 3, which forces this to be 4, 5. Therefore, this can't be 3 or 5. This must be 6. This can't be 3. This can't be 6. This is 4 and 6, so this must be 3. So this must be 1, 3, 5 or 2, 3, 4. Can't be 4, therefore this must be 5, which makes this 1, which makes that 2. This can't be 5 anymore. This must be 7. That's a 5. This is part of a new set. So make it pink. This can't be 7, though, so this doesn't add up to 10. Therefore, these 3 must add up to 10. At least. It could be 4. And in fact, if it's a 3, I guess it could be 1 and 6. That's possible. This is a 1 to 2 ratio. There's no 2, so it can't be 1, 2. There's no 3, so it can't be 3, 6. So this has to be 4 and 8. So this is 4 and 8. This is either 3, in which case it has to be 1, 3, and 6. So this would be 1 and 6. Or it's 4 digits, which would be 3, 1, 2, 4. So this would be 2. So either way, this has to be 1. So this is 1. This is 4 and 8. This has to be 2 and 6 with 7 or 9. Okay. One of these is 1. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 9. I think those are the only possibilities, right? So this is 9. So this can't be 9. Therefore, this has to be a 9 here. So that's 9. This can't be 9. One of these has to be 9 because that can't be 9. This can't be 6. This can't be 4, so this must be 8, which makes this a 4. This can't be 4, so this must be 5, which makes that a 4. This can't be 3, so this must be 2, which means this must be 1. So this must be a 3. So we know this set must be these 3. So we're going to make this set, which is 3 and 2. So this has to be 3 and 2 because the 3 eliminates the 2, or 3 possibility. This is 2, this is 3. These can't be 2 anymore. This has to be a 2, which makes this 4 cell set. So this can't be 2 anymore. This has to be 5 and 8. This cannot be 6 or 9 because it doesn't add up to 10. So this has to be a 1. So this is part of a set. This is also part of that set. This is part of a new set. So this is orange. This is 5 and 8. This has to be, so this is 7. And this has to be what, 6 and 9? Yeah, so this can't be 9, so this is 6. This has to be 9. What's the rest of this set? Cannot be 1, 2, 3. So therefore this has to be 4 and then add up to 10. So this has to be 4. This is 3 or 5 because it's consecutive with this one. These are completely separate. So this is, I don't know, we'll make this green, I guess. This is 5, 7, or 8. This is 5, 7, or 8. One of these is 2. It could be 3, 5, or 8. So if this is 5, this would have to be 2 and 3 with it. Because 5 does not add up with 2 digits to add up to 10. It would only be 1, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 5. So it would have to be 2, 3, 5, but this is consecutive. So therefore, if this was 2, 3, 5, that would eliminate all possibilities for this cell. So this could not be 2, cannot be 5. So 7 or 8, it has to be with 2 or 3, and it has to form a set of 10, right? It can't be 7, 2 because the 1 is out. So therefore, this must continue. So these 2 must be part of some sort of pair. So this could be 3, 7, or it could be 2. This can't be 5 because, again, it would be with 7 or 8, which is not possible. So this can't be 5. Oops. This can't be 5. This can't be 8, same reasoning. So this is 2 and 3, which forces this to be 5, which makes this an 8, which makes this a 5. So therefore, this is a 7, 8, 7, 8 pair. This has to be part of this. This is 1 and 4. So that works either way. The 1 and 4 is with 2, 3, or 5. The 2 can't be there. This is 1 and 4 because this can't be 2 and 3. Therefore, this must be a 5, which forces this to be a 4. This now becomes a 9. This is 3 or 5. It can only be next to 4. So this is 4. This is 1. This has to be 1 and 9 then. And this is 6. So these two are part of, because it had to add up to 10, and that was the only pair that worked. This is a new one. I don't know, we'll make this red, I guess. So this is what? 3, 5, and 6? This is 3, 5, and 6. This can never be 8. 3 or 5. This can't be 5. We don't know. Okay, this can never be 1. So since this can't be 1, this can never be 9. So this has to be 6 or 7. It can't be 2. Can't be 1. This has to be 3. Cannot be 4. This has to be 3. So this is 3. It could be with a 1. Therefore, this is 9. This is 3. It could be with a 1. It could be with 7. So this is 1, 6, and 7 here. It cannot be 1 here. Therefore, this must be 1. We don't know if it goes with that or if it goes with this. This is 6 or 7. This is 6 or 7. What's the rest of this column? It has to be 4, 6, 8, or 9. This can't be 7. So this is 4. This can't be 4 or 6. This has to be 8 or 9. This is 2, 5, 7, 9. This can't be 5 or 9. This can't be 9. This can't be 9. This can't be 9. So there has to be a 9 here somewhere. But this 9 can never go to anything else. That would be a 1. So this can never be 9. So this is 2, 5, 7, which forces this to be the 9. This has to be 6. This has to be 7. So this has to be 1, 9. And therefore, this is its own thing. Therefore, these two have to be their own thing. This can't be 5 because it would have to be with 2 and 7 at least. So this can't be 5. Can't be 7 because it would be 7, 2, 7 at most. So therefore, this has to be 2, which makes that 8. This can't be, this has to be add up to 10. So this must be 3 and 7, which makes this 8 and 2, which makes this 3 and 7. This can't be 3, this is 5, this can't be 3, this is 6, this can't be 7 or 8, 2. This can't be 2, so this can't be 7. Wait, This can't be 7 or 8, so it's 2. There we go. This can't be 2, so this is 7. This can't be 2 or 7, so this is 5. No 7, this is 6. This can't be 6 or 8, so this is 4. This can't be 4 or 6, so this must be 8. And that's the solution. Yeah, pretty straightforward. The logic flowed very nicely, as normal, in one of Megan 33's fog puzzles. I hope it flowed well for you too. And I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.